Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are continuing our journey through Lent, and we're tackling a concept that honestly it feels completely backwards. We're talking about hunger.
It definitely flips the script. I mean, in our world, hunger is a problem to be solved.
Right, it's a crisis.
Yeah. If you are hungry, something has gone wrong. But the sources we're looking at for this second week of Lent, specifically Matthew 5 and John 6, they suggest that if you are satisfied, you actually might be in trouble.
Wow.
But if you're hungry, you're blessed.
Right, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. And we're pairing that with the bread of life discourse. But before we get to the theology, I feel like we have to talk about the scene in John 6.
We definitely do.
Because it starts with this massive success story.
Right. Jesus feeds 5,000 people. It's an incredible miracle. Everyone is full. Everyone is happy. But the interesting part is what happens the very next day.
You track him down.
Exactly. The crowd tracks Jesus down, totally desperate for seconds. And the commentary here is super sharp. It points out that the crowd, they weren't looking for a savior.
They're looking for a vending machine messiah.
A vending machine messiah, yes.
I love that image. You put in a little effort, you press a button, and you get a tangible reward.
With no relationship required.
Yeah.
Precisely. They wanted the miracle, not the master. They wanted the gift, but they were pretty indifferent to the giver. And Jesus actually calls them on it. He refuses to be a miracle dispenser.
He basically says, you are only here because you got your fill. Which connects to that other term in our notes, professional snackers.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds funny at first, but it's actually a pretty stinging critique of modern life, don't you think?
It really is. The sources argue that we spend our lives feeding on not breads. We snack on affirmation. We doom scroll social media. We binge entertainment.
We're just filling up on junk.
Exactly. These things are fillers. They numb the ache of being human, so you feel full in the sense that you are distracted.
But you're spiritually starving.
You are. So the blessing of hunger is that it breaks that cycle.
Hunger becomes a compass then.
Right. It destroys the illusion of self-sufficiency. The world says, stuff the ache with whatever you can find. But Jesus says, bring the hunger into God's presence.
Because the hunger proves you haven't given up.
Exactly. It proves you need something outside of yourself.
Okay, so let's look at what we are actually supposed to hunger for. The text says righteousness. Now, playing devil's advocate here to a lot of people, righteousness sounds like a moral scoreboard.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, blessed are the people who follow all the rules and are better than everyone else.
That is the common trap. We usually think of active righteousness, the idea that I must achieve a status by doing good things.
Doing the work.
Right. But the sources highlight a really crucial Lutheran theological distinction here, which is passive righteousness.
Unpack that. How can righteousness be passive?
Think of it grammatically. Active is, I wash the car, I am doing the work. Passive is, I am being washed. The action is happening to you.
Oh, I see.
So the righteousness Jesus talks about isn't a wage you earn by scrubbing yourself clean. It is a status you receive because God decides to give it to you. It is God's restoring rightness gifted to you.
So when Jesus says, blessed are those who hunger for righteousness, he's not saying blessed are the overachievers.
No, not at all.
He's saying blessed are those who know they can't fix themselves and are waiting for God to do it.
Precisely. And that explains why Jesus shifts the metaphor in John 6. He doesn't say, here is a recipe for bread, go bake it. He says, I am the bread.
That shift from giving to being is huge.
It changes everything. I mean, if he just gives bread, you can take it and walk away.
You don't need him anymore.
Right, you just need his supply. But if he is the bread, then the only way to be satisfied is to be in a relationship with him. He offers his own life, specifically pointing to the cross as the sustenance for the world.
It really reframes this whole season. Lent isn't about making yourself miserable to prove you are pious. It's about letting yourself feel the hunger so you stop eating the not breads.
It's an invitation to swap the snacking for an actual meal. The source material suggests turning that craving, whether it is anxiety or loneliness or ambition, into a very simple prayer.
Expose the false breads we keep chewing.
Exactly. Make our desire for you stronger than our desire for comfort. Not a complex liturgy, but just praying, Lord, give me you, feed us with your word, steady us with your promises.
Because the not breads, the scrolling, the busy work, they just leave you empty again in 2 hours.
Every single time. The world offers full, but Jesus offers satisfied.
So here's a thought to take with you today. It is a bit of a challenge.
Let's hear it.
If it is true that God isn't asking you to earn your dinner, but is offering himself as the meal, What snack are you terrified to put down?
Oh, that is the question.
What are you using to numb the hunger that is actually keeping you from being fed? Something to really mull over. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.